A Christian man going around shouting with a loudspeaker during a peaceful Muslim prayer saying that Jesus will deliver us from Islam is not something that I stand up for as a Christian. I think it's disrespectful, but I can't tell you why so many Christians are so against Islam. It's because they feel that Islam has got it all wrong. Now let me explain. The Quran was written in the 7th century. It claims in chapter 19, 29 through 30 that baby Jesus spoke and said, "I am Jesus, the Son of God." However, this actually comes from the 5th century in a book known as the Arabic Infancy Gospel, which is not recognized as authentic, and those people claim to be Christians who wrote it. So how could the Prophet Muhammad from Allah reveal these things when they were here 200 years prior? In chapter 3 of the Quran, verse 49, it says that Jesus made clay birds come to life. But that's actually a story from another non-authentic book from the 2nd century that is called the Infancy Gospel of Thomas. So how did Allah tell Muhammad this for the first time ever when this was here 300-400 years prior? In chapter 4 of the Quran, verse 157, it says that Jesus wasn't actually crucified. It was just a trick and somebody else was put in his place. However, these stories come from the 2nd century of 4 more inauthentic books: the Second Treatise of the Great Seth, the Apocalypse of Peter, and the Basilidian Teaching, and the Treatise of the Resurrection. And so how could Prophet Muhammad be bringing these revelations from Allah in the 7th century when these were all inauthentic stories from the 2nd century? And there's even more plagiarism accusations that stack up. But how about date inconsistencies? How did Pharaoh in the 7th, 20th, and 26th chapter of the Quran say that he was going to crucify his magicians by afflicting their hands and their feet because they believed in the God of Moses and what they saw, when crucifixion didn't exist for 1,000 years later? It was the Persians that created crucifixion, so Pharaoh wouldn't have known what the word meant and what was involved in it. And so the problem here is Islam has greatly diminished the truth of Christianity. And so it's a little offensive because we call these lies and they hurt Christianity. They hurt the true message of Jesus Christ. He is the only way to receive eternal life. And not every religion can be correct. There's only one correct religion because they all make mutually exclusive claims on who God is. And that is why Christians forget to show love to Muslim people, because they are almost disgusted by the wrong and blasphemous information about Jesus, because it is wrong. But just because someone and something is wrong shouldn't give us the right to be disrespectful, because we are called to love, to be the salt of this earth, and to show light. And so to any Christian watching, that's your mission. And to the Muslims, I would love to hear your response to things that I've said. Love you guys either way. Peace.